Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Inter Podcast. Listen to the official Inter Podcast and relive the tales of the great number 10s who wrote Nerazzurri history. Search for 10 number 10s on the main podcast platforms, on the official app, and on inter.it.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Oh, I see her face everywhere I go, on the street and even at the picture show. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Oh, I hear her voice as the cold winds blow, in the sweet music on my radio. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her?
Have you seen her?
Why, oh, why
did she have to leave and
go away? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm really used to having someone to lean on, and I'm lost. Baby, I'm lost.
Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her?
Have you seen her?
Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her?
Have you seen her?
That was cute. 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 That was cute.
I see her face everywhere I go, on the street, even at the picture show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackish Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. We're your hosts on this fine Friday.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. What it is, what it do, and all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Start the car. I know it won't be smart when the gin is cold.
Where are we straight from today?
From
my phone.
From Pride Rock.
Oh yeah. I'm Rafiki.
Yeah, because we are running down the path unwinding. Yeah.
XD.
Stop.
Is that you?
Stop.
XD.
Stop.
XD.
Stop it. As we come to home on this planet, and the blinking seven to the sun, there's more to see that can never be seen, more to do that can never be done. Woo! That's a jam.
That is a hymn.
It is.
That's a
in
hymn.
the circle. I'm about to preach in the circle of life that moves us all through despair and hope,
through faith and love,
till we find our place on the path unwinding. In the circle. The circle of life. Woo! They did
poetry.
that.
That's
They
poetry.
did that.
Only spoken word
Yeah.
I've never gotten into.
Me either.
Do you
They
hear me?
did that. They did that. That is a. Whew.
That's, yeah. Yeah, drink your water real
Yeah,
quick.
they
Yeah,
did
take
that.
you a respite. Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was good. Well, I happened to see The Lion King.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you enjoy?
I did.
Yeah.
I have been vocal about it. I enjoyed The Lion King, and for everybody complaining, you can just shut the fuck up.
Awesome.
Eva. We have a 1-year-old in the crib.
Oh, I was like, who was that banging? It's
That was Eva.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Noah
Yeah,
wouldn't even do that. She's past that now.
Yeah,
It's above her now.
Yeah. Work.
But
No, so you enjoyed it. You had a good time.
I did. I had a good time. Noah had actually, I think me and Tristan enjoyed it more than Noah.
That makes sense.
Because she got sleepy and, like, you know what I'm saying, started getting fidgety. We was just sitting there like, yes. And I was
Reminisce.
comparing notes. And I really thoroughly enjoyed. Now, I said it this week on Hella Opinions. That was not a plug. I guess it was a plug.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Go if you haven't seen
It
Hella
wasn't a flex,
Opinions,
it was a plug.
you can go on BuzzFeed News Twitter account as well as Hella_opinions, and check out this week's show. It aired this past Wednesday. So you don't have to go back that far to look. And you get to see Miss J.
Hello. But I said on there, I was like, the only thing, and I think Kid Fury said the same thing. I wish, Scar gave me just a little more cunt.
Yeah.
Just a smidge more cunt.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I was very happy. They didn't take away from the movie. We all know our sister Giselle. That's the one weakness she possesses.
Absolutely. She can't be, and
Can't
maybe
be Samson all the time.
Absolutely. And maybe just, acting's too maybe she's too good for acting.
Maybe.
Maybe, you know what I mean?
We got it fucked up.
Exactly.
There's dimensions.
Exactly. What is going on?
You're not welcome, though.
It is live and direct.
You know what? That's because our patron saint is not
Not lit.
He's not holding us down.
Right. I did not see The Lion King. However, I did buy 2 tickets. What? Didn't I tell you how I don't really go to the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I support. I just don't necessarily go. And for full disclosure, if you guys don't know, I don't really go to the movies often because...
No, don't even say it out loud.
Well, no, I think it's a valid thing because
No,
I said
I
it
feel the same
on...
way.
Because I said it on forharriet.com this week. I guess that's a plug too. I'm on.
We work it.
Right, I'm on forharriet.com with this week. I sat down with Kimberly Foster, and I talked about homelessness and houselessness and public housing. Then over on their Patreon, I talked about movies and stuff like that. Shit I like.
Yes.
But I do have a fear of going to the movies. So when I go to the movies now, I go to indie films. Really.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, well, it's 2 reasons. One, New York theaters have bed bugs. And this is a common thing. Like, they have shut down movie theaters.
Yeah.
And which is funny because I got invited to go to a screening next week. And it's at one of those theaters that got shut down. And I was like, but I have to go because my husband's going to be there.
Oh, you coming too?
You got that email from, hold on. No.
Oh, okay.
Not what we just not that, but this. Hold on, I'm about to show you. But but more importantly, ever since the shooting in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, it's been rough trying to get through it, but yeah. So my husband is going to be there.
Oh.
As you can see.
Well, you've got a lot of husbands. Are you polyamorous?
Well, I mean...
The one in the middle, right?
No, nigga, the one... Idris gonna be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
I was like, The Rock?
Yeah. The Rock never really... Let's
I know,
talk.
same.
Coffee talk. I see it, like, I get it. Like, there's like Auntie Fine, right? So like there are like levels.
The Shamar Moores.
The pretty light niggas, right?
The 90s Fine.
Yeah.
There's 90s Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And The Rock and Vin Diesel fit 90s Fine for me. They're not ugly. They're just not for me.
Yeah.
And, I'm just like...
The Omari Hardwick.
Yeah,
he falls into like 90s Fine, which has never been fine to me.
Yeah, like S-Curl Box Fine.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just really not for me.
Yeah, Tidy Whities, Mario Van Peebles Fine.
Yeah, I'm cool. Like, not to say that they're ugly, because they're not.
No, not
just
at all.
Not for
they're just
your girl.
not for me.
Right.
I need some nigga to my niggas.
Same.
I need some...
Well, not even that. I just don't need them to...
I had to stop saying it because Tristan started getting offended, but I've been saying it for so long. But I was like, I like a little ugly on my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like a little ugly on them.
I can see why
he was like,
offended.
Can you stop? I was like, well, I'm not calling you ugly, but you know what I'm saying? Like
you like a good diamond in the rough.
I do.
Emphasis on the rough.
I shoot for the underdog.
Yeah.
Not even though. I just like niggas.
Yeah, that's real. Sometimes just pretty. It's just not.
The
for
pretty
you.
is not.
It's
not my aesthetic.
Like it's just not cool. I get it. Same. Like I've tried dating the pretty ones and it just didn't work for me.
Apparently, I got hit on by a pretty one recently, and this is how.
Like a stud?
No.
Oh, like
studs
like
don't
a
like
man?
me because I think they view me as one of them.
I can see that. They view you as competition.
I don't work with the Jades because I used to be one.
I see you. Okay,
But,
I can see why they'd probably feel threatened.
Studs, they just always want to be my friend. They don't, they don't never be nothing more than that. So, but it was a pretty nigga. Something I was working on. Because yesterday I had a meeting for something else, and so a young boy was like, a boy was trying to holler at you, and I was like, who? Who? Like, I'm so auntie status now. And I'm like, no, outside of them raggedy ass niggas outside the bodega, I don't know.
Right.
He's like, oh boy, with the tats and the muscles and shit. And I was like,
really?
Me? What? And he was like, yeah, he was trying. He was like, you wasn't paying him dust. And I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
usually above me.
Yeah,
it's
that's
above
real.
Me now.
That's real.
So be out of my whole realm of even knowing what's going on.
See, old dirty niggas hit on me.
Yeah, I get it real obvious. Like I
Yeah.
had one in his BMW the other day who beckoned me with his rings.
Absolutely.
And I was
not.
like, so I went like, I showed him my ring. I was like, eh.
Yeah.
And he was like, through the window. I was like, your lazy ass is not even going to get out the car though, and you think I'm going to come to you? Fuck out of here.
Because there's people who respond to that. He got you fucked up.
He thought he had the wrong one. He thought.
Huh.
He thought and learned.
But okay, so you saw The Lion King.
Oh yeah, saw
and
The
all that
Lion
good
King.
stuff.
Did some, work this week. Just did some work. Makosa is tomorrow. My God.
Yeah, third one, 3 out of 4.
Actually, yes, 3 out of 4. And so make sure you guys come out July 27th. Santana and I are gonna be there with some delicious bowls.
A bowl, you say?
Slow cooked black beans. Slow cooked beef. We do the beef because we're cooking in such a large quantity, and then also like it does well.
This is how I know niggas lie, and let me tell you why. All the shea butter Manuka honeys that support Getting Grown and the Friend Zone and all that good stuff that come out to Makosa, everybody be like, oh, I don't eat beef or pork, but they be lined up to eat for the culture cooking, knowing damn well it's beef and pork on the menu.
No, we don't. We limit the amount of pork
lying.
we do. We do. Oh yeah, no, they're like, no, the niggas eat beef.
Yeah. Like niggas be lying.
These
I
niggas
don't
be
eat
eating beef.
No,
Okay.
you do.
Okay.
You do.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you
call
don't
y'all
eat
out
beef.
too. Like, well, it's Jade, and I know it's good. It's not gonna tear me up. I've heard it, and
You're
it's
right.
fine.
And I do treat it with so much love.
I just want people to be honest
It's
and
okay.
embrace. You don't have. I understand people's issue with pork. Well, I don't really, but okay.
Or
whatever.
animals.
Sure, whatever. But Like, if it's cooked, like, no one's asking you to, like, eat like a cow or like a pig to the face. Just,
No.
a little taste, a little dab will do you.
Just a little cut.
Yeah. The pig has carried us so far as a people.
I mean, through centuries,
Hello?
honestly.
It
And
has
so
carried
many
us through.
different people. All people.
All people.
Cultures.
All people.
All people.
Except for certain
Right.
ones.
Oh,
That,
yes,
that are
and if
sacred.
it's of religious
Right,
reasons,
then, okay, we get
we
it.
don't have anything to say about that.
Right.
But for you niggas.
Exactly. You saw the trailer for Harriet? A pig should have been right along with her. A hog. A hog has carried us through.
Yes.
Food
Hello, there was a hog in Lion King.
was.
One of the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rogen did his thing. For him to be one of the only white people in the
Yes.
cast, I have to say he did well.
I love Seth Rogen.
And who played Timon? Because he did well too.
Seth Rogen was Pumbaa, right?
Yeah.
Then Billy Eldridge did Timon.
Billy Eldridge.
I think his name is Billy Eldridge. The guy he does that show, but he was on Friends with College. He played Fred Savage's husband.
I didn't,
Which they canceled, and I'm so mad.
I never watched that.
It was so good.
I've heard.
It was
I don't
so
know if it was for me though.
You and your husband would like it.
Yeah.
It's
How
it's
many
very much
seasons?
like it. Well, 2 now, because there's this rumor like Netflix be canceling shit after 2 seasons.
That's the conspiracy.
But it's low key like Disney, how shit don't go over 100 episodes.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Hasn't Raven been like one of the only people, or is she?
They didn't reach 100 episodes.
They didn't
yet.
reach 100 episodes.
Because
yet?
they go on break for a very long time.
Yeah, they do. They
And
do.
then like is this on? And all of a sudden, like, bam, they back.
I wonder how many episodes Casey Undercover had.
You could look.
Anyway,
But
how was your week?
It was cool. I worked and worked and worked. I worked my titties off.
Yeah, you always do.
I did something really cool for forharriet.com.
Yeah, you did.
And it's out this week, I think. By the time you're listening to it, it should be out. If not, whatever, I'll post a link somewhere. What else did I do this week? Kid Fury was on last week.
That's right.
That was a good time.
It was a blast.
I'm trying to think if I had anything like super interesting happen to me this week. No.
What do you think of the Beyonce album? Oh no.
No. I have
Oh.
nothing bad to say about it. I
I thought I was going to cut you.
No, what I find myself doing more is not listening to the Beyonce songs. I listen to the other
songs.
because I'm like, well, I know what the hell Beyonce sound like. That's cool. I'm sure I'm gonna get it in some form of a video or a tour or something.
Yeah.
It'll be there, fine. But I'm like, all these other like world artists that like, and I like techno. And I think that the good part about living in New York is that we're exposed to a lot of Afrobeats anyway.
Afrobeats and house,
Yeah, and so when I was like, oh, nigga,
And
yes.
water gives me soca vibes.
Yes.
It gave me soca vibes.
Don't jealous me.
Yes,
My
yes.
motherfucking jam.
My power, don't you still
Jealous.
my
I
power.
was like,
my power. Tiara went off.
Oh, yes.
Do you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Miss Wack went off.
Oh, yes. The Solange of rap. She went off.
Ooh, she went off, baby. I said, oh, give me a tune. Pharrell gave me them good soca vibes. I was pleased. Hey, Latu. Although, no, obviously she knows all the words already.
Sure.
So she's sitting in the back seat because, we're playing it constantly. And I hear her trying to be a good wife. And I'm like,
Okay.
what? And she's like, still I don't know. But no, I loved the album. I love the album so much.
I really enjoyed the other tracks. They're really, really good. I was trying to figure out, like, I was so confused. I was like, is this the soundtrack or no? But it's not. It's inspired by. It's like what Jay-Z did with American Gangster. And it's like what Kendrick did with
No, Black Panther.
Wakanda.
No, Kendrick, Black Panther. So basically, that Kendrick did produce the Black Panther album, and then they also had the scoring album, which was the music from the movie. But it was the soundtrack of Black Panther. Mm-hmm. This one, I said Beyonce told Disney, we're putting the interludes in, okay? Mm-hmm. This is gonna be the official, unofficial
let me tell you something.
soundtrack.
I was like, Disney's the only company that made Beyonce talk to us. The power that has.
And the power she has.
Right. Like, I was just like, what kind of... Beyonce's so interesting to me on the business side. Like, how do you have these Fortune 10 companies all at your feet and waiting at your beck and
they
call?
probably went to Beyonce and said, Beyonce, can you help us with the music for Lion King? She goes, okay, these are my demands and my stipulations. So listen, first and foremost,
leave me alone.
I'm Nala.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
I don't want no questions. Ain't gonna be no auditions. I'm Nala. Here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Second.
Does Nala have a larger part in the movie?
You know, it's large enough.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
Lions. Somebody on Twitter said at their movies, they were like, Lion, Pride Rock, are you with me? And they said, their whole theater goes, yes, Miss Carter.
Word.
Beyonce was in that movie, like, it was Nala as Beyonce.
Yeah. Word.
But that's what she said. She said, I'm Nala, no questions, okay? And I'm releasing an album. Y'all gonna let me put the interludes on the album. The album is gonna be the unofficial, unofficial soundtrack of the movie, okay?
This also makes me wonder, we're not going to get a real Beyonce album for a very long time.
Hell no. That bitch said, I gave y'all a net. I've been showing you my face.
Yeah.
Okay, I showed you my coochie.
I even talked to y'all niggas.
Okay, I wore this dress.
Leave me alone.
Whole coochie was out.
It was. Her whole vagina
She was breathing.
Was out.
She was breathing.
I don't respect it.
It was the ancestors.
Yeah, I respect it. Because,
Please.
she looked good. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's just coochie. It's
I, too,
fine.
have had my coochie out before.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Same.
I just told y'all how my titties are. And y'all think I stopped sitting in the window with my titties? Please.
Girl, I did the next night.
What? I kept going the same night. Right. I just threatened to put the boo-boo on. I didn't do
it. Yeah. I'm trying to think out what else. Did I do anything special this week? It was hot as hell this weekend.
Woo, baby.
So I didn't go outside.
We had a heat index of 111.
I was like, oh, this is oppressive. Like, you know how sometimes you just be like, what can you do? Like, I'm not going outside. Like, you can't breathe outside.
And you know we don't have central air here for the most part. And so, being procrastinating niggas, we didn't install the AC yet. So I finally made the appointment to get the AC installed. So they come, and they're like, there's a piece missing. So, of course, because this is an AC that I've had, I have to now, this is the most adult thing.
Do you have to research or call the manufacturer?
In my life, this is the most adult thing I think I've ever done. I had to order a Kenmore part through Sears.
Yeah.
When I was on the phone with Sears reading the model number of the AC, I was like,
that's what my mom used to do.
This is the most grown-up thing I've ever done in my life. I had an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
And then, so these niggas come to install it. I'm like, I got the part, because I can't make the appointment to have the part. Finally, the part is delivered. Do you know they sent the part with no screws?
I believe it.
And they, of course, require a special screw.
Right.
So guess who still didn't have AC in the living room?
That explains
with
why
a heat
it's
index
still living there. Okay.
of 111 degrees.
Oh, I would have rued the day. I would have.
I will say
everybody.
the apartment was nice. It was like cooler than I would have thought it was going to be because I tried to set all of this up before I knew that heat wave was coming. And we've got mad fans. There's ACs in the bedroom. But I want my AC in my living room.
Right. You don't want to be a prison in your own room.
Who the fuck sends a part with no screws?
Right. All of us had my AC in the living room was blowing.
I know it was.
I realized how stupid I am, and let me tell you why. So, I don't have a window unit, and I have, like, the portable one because I'm, like, I don't know how moving, and it's just easier to have it.
That's what we have in Noah's room.
So I was being impatient, and I was like, I need it on me. Put this on the ottoman and whatever. Have it blow on me. But the rest of the room was, like, hot. Like, and so
because you didn't have the thing out the window.
No, it was. It just, for whatever reason, whatever science is, and I'm Googling, like, no, you have to keep it on the floor and keep it, something with the coil or whatever. Either way, it was just hot as hell all weekend. And then we decided to just put it on the floor back where it was, and now my room is an icebox again. Yeah. Because we have a window unit in the living room, and because it goes into the kitchen, because it's been too hot to fucking cook.
It's hot. The heat had me contemplating buying another AC just to put in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Tristan was like,
too.
You've lost your damn mind. He was like, we don't need that many ACs, Jade. And I was like, nigga, it's you don't cook.
Why? I'm gonna leave that Tony, I know, because it's too hot.
Speaking of ACs, XD's Corner. I know, I should have wrote this into the read. Damn. I would like to read Con Edison.
Oh.
In the city of New York. Oftentimes, Jade and I have talked about how the MTA is racist and only bad things that happen in the train system only happens in black and brown neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't read or heard, over the last couple of days, Con Edison turned off the power in several black neighborhoods in Brooklyn to save a potential larger blackout in Brooklyn. Now, granted, there was a brownout in Midtown Manhattan a few days prior. Gosh, what is up today?
What's going on? Look, you see
outside.
me. Hold on. We watching the 12.
Yeah. Fuck 12. Bookie. Do they do that? I know this is about to be really ghetto, but I know y'all listen to these sirens every episode. Do they do that annoying like shit in where y'all live?
Do they?
Like, do they just make a beat? Like, do they just not let it?
Boop boop boop.
Like, it's so annoying. Like, where do y'all like? I know y'all live in North Carolina. In North Carolina, do they do that?
Right.
Like in
Wisconsin.
Yeah, in Charlotte, do they do that? In Biloxi, do they do that? Shreveport, let a nigga know.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. They want to be Pharrell and Timbaland so bad.
Yeah, they do.
On the siren. It's just like, let it go.
Not for real.
They do. They want to create beats and shit. They want to get in the car and make some beats. Back to the issue. Con Edison, you're a real ass bitch for that.
That was fucked up.
Because where I understand, you're trying to preserve a larger blackout. You could have turned it off in neighborhoods that use way more power.
Williamsburg.
Like downtown Brooklyn. It was after hours. Turn it off there.
Turn it off in Williamsburg.
Not in residential neighborhoods.
No.
They turn it off all the way in Canarsie and
all
Brownsville.
the way in Canarsie.
Right.
What are y'all doing?
Because they figure, well, it's Canarsie, it's so far, no one's gonna care.
Bitch,
Nigga,
there's a whole fucking village of people who live in Canarsie.
Yeah, it's like 30,000 people were without power and sleeping on their balconies because it was too fucking hot.
That's nuts.
And it was like a heat index of like 100 and something.
Like, that's crazy.
Like, that is unfair, racist, inhumane.
It's literally the same thing as Katrina, where they diverted the levees so that the storm would hit, or the flooding would hit the poor neighborhoods, and so that it wouldn't affect their money in the French Quarter or the people who have money. Like, they did that. Now, there are things, obviously, that you can't control because of the elements, but they diverted the levees. It's not any different. So you all turn the power off in a predominantly black community, is I want to say Canarsie is about 99% black.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm gonna say it's 99.
Yeah.
And you all turn off the power.
Like if they put an HBCU in Canarsie, it would work.
God forbid Sarah Beth
Yeah.
and Tanner in Williamsburg are without power for the night.
I will say though, God was like, "Ooh, gotcha," and then we had a flash flood, and all the white neighborhoods started flooding.
Bloom. Because we didn't have none.
Not at all. My mother called me and was just like, "It's flooding there. Y'all all right?" And I was like, "We're."
Corporate Barbie texted me. She was like, I said, girl, it's not even raining right now.
Yeah, I was there. I was like, what rain? I was like, what are you talking about? It's just hot and the sun is out. She was like, I see on the news flood. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I said
Mom.
it was really bad earlier and there was lightning and shit. I said, but outside of that, like.
It was cool.
It went away.
It was like when I walked to your house during Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, it was
That
fun.
wasn't a smart thing. But
no, it wasn't.
Ain't nothing happened.
Was that when you wanted me to make you a chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were pregnant.
I was.
Yeah.
I was pregnant, barefoot in the kitchen, making the sticker of chicken. Ooh, I did a lot of cooking when I was pregnant. I just thought about it.
It was some good
Tristan
food,
would
too.
come home, it'd be a plate of donuts. I said, it's National Donut Day and I don't have anything to do. Rub nowhere in my belly. I was like, let's make donuts, kid.
Yeah, lit.
Oh, I used to make cobblers.
Yeah,
like, damn.
you did. You used to make cookies and stuff.
Yo, I was really cooking when I was pregnant. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, good times.
Good times.
Laissez bon temps rouler.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen to us anywhere and everywhere you can. We got some pretty dope stuff happening, coming to you with a fall preview. Woo! Coming shortly. Same thing with on the XD side. And Jade, she has her own projects going on, and so do I.
See you all in Philly. Information for location and all of that will be sent. And same for Chicago, so we're excited.
Most importantly, we have a party.
Yes!
We
my mama's
throwing
birthday.
a party. It is your after Afropunk celebration. Everybody asked what to do after Afropunk on Saturday, and so we bringing it to you.
Come kick it with the kids.
It's $5, so come. It's in Brooklyn. It's on the other side of Brooklyn, but it's still train and stuff accessible.
It's in the late night hours.
Yes, so you can come straight after, or during if it ain't your joint, or if you're not going to Afropunk, you can just come.
You can just come.
It's literally $5. There's dope DJs, good times, and drinks. Link is in the description box wherever you're listening, or you can just go to jxdafterparty.eventbrite.com. We're gonna take a break. Today is just life after lockup because it was a lot.
Woo!
We'll talk about more TV too, but let's take a break and we'll be back after these messages.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
And we're back.
So before we begin, since we're talking about life and love after lockup, we had us a little we had us a little listener who was a little upset.
Yeah.
She was a little upset.
Yeah, she was a little miffed.
She was a little perturbed.
Yeah. But you know,
listen, we love y'all for real. But niggas is very black. We're always going to be very black. And sometimes, and everything that we talk about is going to be in a black context. But we have had whole Nilla episodes
that we talk through a black lens.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't like or watch Love After Lockup and don't want to hear what we talking about, you know what it is. And we're not telling you we don't want you here. We're just telling you, you ain't got to listen to something you don't like.
Yeah, you always have a choice.
Always.
And we always like and honor choices here. So you can make the choice of whatever you choose to do.
But you were absolutely right. You should have just sat there and ate your rice. Because let me tell you something. With XD, let me tell y'all something. We are Lil Nas X over here, okay? We troll back, okay? Let's just be very clear. It's not Cardi-esque. We're not gonna fight y'all. We're not really mad.
No,
but
never.
we troll back.
Yeah.
And so when XD tweeted back and said, which of the 7? Which one of y'all 7 watch Love After Lockup? I'm trying to see something. It's 700 people.
It's more now.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But at the time, 700 people. You got Jamel Hill like, I'm one of the 7.
Jamel Hill kicked in. I feel like DeRay retweeted it.
Louis York.
Yeah, Louis York.
They were like, fave show, TBH. Like, it was niggas paw niggas. So an old girl came back like, well, I should have just sat there and ate my rice. Because then it was niggas who like, I don't even watch the damn show, but I listen to the recaps. Yeah. We gonna keep talking about Love After Lockup. It ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
It is too good. It is too good. I don't care if the people are polka dot striped green and got money signs all over them. Yeah. I'm still gonna watch this shit.
Yes. That's it.
That. Yeah.
You said all I could say. But before we get into it, did you finally watch Gypsy Sisters?
I started, yes.
Oh. So what you think?
This bitch. Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, because the listeners did their homework and they let us know that they did their homework, and I've been waiting for you to talk to you about it.
Well,
I can't even give them names because it's not actively on.
No,
it is way too much fucking happening in every episode.
I just have one question. That lady really took globs of lotion and like greased her scalp with it or something. Mm-hmm. What is happening?
Well,
they're shopping for RVs, like handbags, like...
Yeah.
There was so much trailering going on.
Mm-hmm. They're like, the Real Housewives of a trailer park.
I did curse you a couple times.
Yeah, like, what
the fuck is that? I said, well, what the fuck does this nigga have me watching?
You could blame Chris Rogers for that, because he was like, hey, let's watch this. And I'm like... What is this? And the whole time you watch it, you can't even like make comments. All you can just do is pause and be like, wait, what? What do you mean? I don't understand. So if you didn't, Gypsy Sisters is a defunct, canceled show on Lifetime, TLC. It's a spinoff of this special called My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. So they decided to turn, and the end of that was the fight that they keep referencing in the first episode where the girl, what's her name, Melly or whatever?
I don't even know their names.
Had got in a fight and was whooping that bitch's ass in front of the church, and both their coochies was out.
Yes.
Which, why are you showing that, TLC? It's the Learning Channel. What are we learning here?
I said, why is this on TV? This is why it got canceled.
Yeah. Like, no.
And somebody got fired.
And the reason why they actually got canceled is because one of their husbands shot and killed a dog. And you know how white people are about their animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And anyway, me too. I'm like, you shouldn't kill the fucking dog. You psycho. What is wrong with you?
We'll get back to Gypsy Sisters because I have more watching to do.
Yeah, but keep watching. It is about literally Hickson, West Virginia.
My family lives in a huge community of gypsies in Martinsburg, West Virginia. People think gypsies are fortune tellers, have crystal balls, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm Nettie Stanley. I have 9 kids. You ain't get out here now.
Before we go on, we must discuss Black China.
Oh, you watched!
Oh, I watched on your account.
Oh, how'd you get it?
Your boyfriend gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
I broke in your house.
Yeah. Probably did, girl. So I don't know if we can. Maybe we could cover it every week, but I
don't know about that.
All right, so Blac Chyna has a show on the Zeus Network. The Zeus Network, if you don't know what it is, it's where the internet lives. Every nigga from the internet is there.
All the Blue Hippos.
Yes. Day Storm, all the King Box.
Yes.
Why Demetrius Harmon ain't on there, I don't know.
Oh my God.
B Simone is on there.
The entire cast of Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, every nigga that's made a Vine is on there. Every nigga that knows how to nay and do the whip and all that.
But outside of them, it's Blac Chyna.
Blac Chyna, the anchor show of the entire network. We are in episode 2, although it feels like just one episode that's just passed. So, Blac Chyna, the real Blac Chyna is what it's called, and it follows Blac Chyna and her friends and her birth mother.
Dustin called me. Dustin FaceTimed me one day. He was like, Jay. And I was like, what? He was like, you need to get right. I was like, you need some therapy.
Yeah.
And we went up for about 15 minutes.
Because let me tell you something. So the 2 episodes that's already been out, all of them revolve around this huge ass fight between Blac Chyna and her birth mother. I can't call her mother. It's her birth mother.
Because that ain't no mama.
No.
That ain't no mama.
Because she literally said, fuck my grandkids. She was like,
she said, fuck that bitch
Yeah.
in regards to the person who came out of her vagina.
Literally was like, fuck that bitch. He's just like, wanted to dead fight her.
Like.
And plans on still fighting her.
I was flabbergasted.
We sit there, we have viewing parties, and all of us just sit there, just mouths agape, like, we shouldn't be watching this.
Right.
But it's amazing and riveting.
Don't you blow that smoke in my face.
Right. I was like, what is going on? And it's like, it's not an act.
No.
It's not an act.
No. And see, that had me wanting to call Blac Chyna Angela.
Yeah.
Actually, I felt that was the first time in my life I have felt bad for her.
And watching this makes me understand why she is the way she is. I'm sure Tony has called her ugly and made her feel less than, and
ain't no
this,
telling the amount of
third.
bitches she's called her in her life.
Bitches and hoes, and it explains her whole entire life, why she's so like anal about her face.
And she's jealous of her daughter.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's literally watching Precious in real time.
It's wild, fam.
Like, if Precious was a reality show, it's Blac Chyna. Because Tokyo Tony is Mary Jones. Down to, like some of the shit that she says, I'm like,
she's also
Monique
the mother
has
from
said
Matilda.
This. I told you, Matilda
Yeah.
and Precious are the same movie.
They are, but if you triple reference them, the mother from Matilda and
Miss
Tokyo
Trunchbull,
T,
Antoinette, and Mary Jones.
Yes.
Trifecta of evil. It's crazy how art imitates life and vice versa.
Who's the Miss Honey? Okay, anyway, go ahead.
The gay boy Ashton.
The friend.
Yeah, the friend Ashton.
What's her name?
Treasure. Now now her story's sad too.
How Treasure whole son how does he go to jail on TV?
Kamala locked him up.
He's 16. Nigga got me speaking Sims. Nigga got me speaking Sims.
Ooh, Kamala got him, y'all. Mama said he's locked up for 9 months because that nigga was truant. But then I was like, no, that ain't the real story. Come to find out, he was already on probation. And he violated.
And he's 16.
Treasure is my age. I'm a little older than her.
Treasure and Black China's conversation in the doctor's office right after she got the Botox in her face was so hood.
Yeah. Yeah. And granted, it's the first 10 minutes of the show.
Yes, exactly.
And Treasure's taking up all the screen time.
Locked me
talking to her kid's probation officer, talking about how he got locked up.
She's like, and I just told. What did she tell him? He needed to clean his room. And then Black China's like, well, that little nigga's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And he don't do good, so he need to learn his lesson.
Right.
And I was like, this is, it's honest. And it sounds like me and my people, but this a hood-ass conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they had another hood-ass conversation when they was in the bed, and that took too long. It was like 20-minute scene.
I know.
With them in the bed talking and having a heart-to-heart.
Yes.
Like a bird-to-bird, if you will. And I was just like, what is going on? But most importantly, Tony came to Angela's Airbnb.
Woo! I said the same thing.
Beautiful Airbnb.
I said, ain't nothing in the kitchen but a toaster. This is an Airbnb.
Oh, absolutely. Because rich people, I know rich people, they don't typically have shit in their house, but I know this bitch would
That's
have
an
shit.
Airbnb.
Yeah, that's an Airbnb. Like, why are you renting it for 10?
Anyway.
Like, now I'm going to count. Every time she posts a flat tummy tea post, I'm like, oh, that must be rent.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Their beef extends deep.
It's deep.
But the surface of it all is about a car.
Where's the car? Where's the car?
I don't understand the story. I guess
I don't
Angela
either.
bought Tony a car, but I guess Tony pissed off Angela.
So Angela just parked the car up.
Parked the car, and I guess had it remotely like turned off so it doesn't work. And put it in Tony's name, so she got to pay on the car. But I thought Angela pays on the car. Like, I don't understand. They're leaving. She's really walking down the sidewalk with the sword.
Yeah. The other day was a sword and gloves.
No, it's so cool.
To the restaurant. I was like, you gonna wear these leather? And they were the ones with the fingers cut out. I was like, you gonna wear those to the restaurant? She was like, yes. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, cool.
Good.
Just put your shoes on, girl.
Yeah, she'd be having on a pair of Crocs, some fingerless gloves, and a sword, and I just can't even do nothing with it.
Oh, you're a mom for real.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even.
Fuck it,
whatever.
Come on,
let's go. Is your face clean?
Literally.
Did you clean your eyes out?
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
But anyway, everything that Tokyo T don't do.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, it is, wow. Next week gonna be good too.
They need to get right. They need some therapy.
And as soon as she said she needs some therapy, my spirit kicked up and said,
"Who? You? Bitch,
like,
you are cuckoo
right.
for motherfucking Cocoa Puffs."
Like, I'm like, and the whole time I'm like, is there a number we can call?
I said, they got to put up a hotline after this is over, right?
Have to.
Like, it's the responsibility of the Zeus Network.
Yeah. Like, there's no way.
If you or someone you know or someone you've seen on this TV show.
Yes.
Like,
get in front of some people.
Like,
call somebody. That is not healthy. And I know, like, a larger conversation is like, yeah, your parents can be trash and maybe you have to divorce them at some point in your life. But I'm like, it makes me appreciate the relationship I have with my mother. Mm-hmm. Like, we are,
girl, we solid as a rock.
Listen, we the Judds compared to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are, absolutely not.
I don't get it.
If y'all don't have Zeus, go. It's worth the $3.99 a month. Just for Black China alone, and then you can watch Beast Simone. Do you want to be my boyfriend?
I did see that on you guys' thing.
Oh, that is entertaining television too. Okay. Because Do You Want to Be My Boyfriend is in the same vein as Flavor of Love.
Oh.
They have names. They all live together. There is one episode that I want you to watch specifically. I want to say it's episode 7, and it's the episode where basically B. Simone makes all the remaining niggas in the house call their exes or whatever. And listen specifically to what the white boy says.
Okay.
It is the funniest thing ever. And nobody ever catches it. Well, we did because we shady.
Right.
But and you'll catch it because you'll be like, ow. Yeah, so go check out Angela and them on the Zeus Network. We'll report back our findings as we go on. But yeah. And go watch B. Simone, Do You Want to Be My Boyfriend?
My boyfriend.
Now it's time for Life After Lockup. This week's episode was a lot. A lot.
My guy. Yeah. Where would you like to begin?
Everybody had heavy stories this week. You pick.
Let's go with Goddess.
All right.
Goddess and Clint.
Forrest and Jenny.
Ooh.
Yo, what is going on?
All right, let me post
What on earth is that?
I hate it. It looks like a bug with wheels.
That is some shit that... And the engine turned off.
Poor.
So, Skinny Fat Bastard and Goddess went to Vegas. And they get to Vegas. However, they try to take a picture in front of like the main Vegas sign, and Skinny Fat Bastard isn't really feeling it. He's still like anxious that she's gonna slip into her old ways and leave him in a drunken stupor and sell her pussy for crack again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Valid, but
yes.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Goddess is like, it's cool, I'm over that. That's above me now. And we straight like 9:15, know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, Goddess is like, let's take a selfie with your phone. And in the midst of that, he gets a text message.
Now, before that, remember last week we said he admitted to his daddy that he had a side boo.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire time leading up to them traveling, like as they're traveling to Vegas and all of that, he is in the funkiest of moods.
Yeah.
Just gaslighting and projecting all over the place.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to have joy. Goddess is like, I just got off parole. Can you feel a brand new day? You know what I'm saying? Like, she want to take pictures with the Vegas sign. She's in a good mood. Yeah. And this nigga is shitting all over her Cheerios.
Yeah.
And it's all because of the shit that he's doing.
Right.
Foul and funky. Anyway, go ahead.
So she decided to take the picture with his phone, and then all of a sudden a text message pops up.
Yep.
And it's from maybe Stephanie. And shout out to the listener who screen capped.
I don't think she's a listener, but she was a girl who screen capped.
Yeah. Somebody screen capped and sent it to me.
Oh.
And was like, did you see this? And there's this woman opining for
not a
well, because in the text messages, she's like, fuck that bitch, you should be with me.
Yep.
I could be your goddess.
Yeah.
Mama said, and I quote, I could be your goddess.
Will you be my boyfriend?
Will you be my boyfriend?
No, she dead ass said she wants to be his goddess.
Yeah, she was sending pictures of her cleavage and everything.
It looked like catfish cleavage.
Yeah.
From what I saw.
Right. So, you know, Goddess song was like, what the fuck is this? And Clint had the nerve to be like...
He pulled a Michael!
And said, I don't need to deal with this. Fuck you mean, what are you talking about?
Now, motherfucker, you've been over here lamenting and boo-hooing in the shadows about the creeping you've been doing. Go to your daddy because your conscience is bothering you over the shit you've been doing. And you got the gall to fucking say, I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't have to answer this. No, you do, actually. Some titties pop up. Nigga, you need to answer this. Some titties pop up if some titties just pop up on your phone, you watching porn or something, like, whatever.
Right.
Some titties pop up with a text message, nigga, we need to have a conversation.
Right.
We need to have a conversation.
Right.
What's happening?
Right.
What's going on?
Right. So she blow-up-tuates.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck you. But the thing is, they're going all around the Hyatt.
Yes. Oh no, I think it was called the Roadhouse Inn or something.
Whatever. They're going all around Red Roof Inn.
Yeah.
And screaming and hooping and hollering.
And kicking indoors and shit.
Kicking indoors, talking about fuck you. And then Clint had the nerve to get mad.
How you get mad? That's what I said. How you get mad, nigga?
Right. The unmitigated gall of you. Like, just take your L. Just be like, damn, nigga, all right, I'll explain. You know, be honest.
Be honest.
And Mama flipped and locked herself in the bathroom with his phone.
Did. And you know that's about to be ugly.
Exactly. Now, I feel bad for Goddess. Like, she don't deserve that. And the episode made me like, he keeps berating her about all the things that she's done wrong. Granted, all the things she's done wrong in their relationship are wild egregious and huge and like fucked up. Like, you sold pussy for crack on your wedding night and you misplaced a $21,000 vehicle that I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
That's grounds for a divorce for me, but whatever. But like, she don't deserve that.
She don't. And
she's consistently making an effort to be better.
And I was really irritated. Like, when he was... Sorry. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the Jamaican version of Do You Believe in Love After Love by Cher.
It was a Jamaican Cher.
Yeah.
Do you believe in love after love?
We remix everything.
I love it. When I first heard David Ruffin.
Yeah.
When I first heard David Ruffin, I was like, walk away from love, the reggae version.
Yeah, we have everything. Just like there's a smooth jazz version of everything. There's a reggae version of everything.
Maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, do you believe in love after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't.
There's also a gentrified Drake album. But anyway.
Yeah, by William. I don't know if you could say a gentrified Drake album because it's Drake.
Yeah, I know.
But I get what you mean.
Coffee shop.
Yeah.
There's a coffee shop version of Drake songs.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, boom. I was wholly disgusted when... that nigga was in a foul mood or whatever, and I know niggas projecting. That's not okay.
Shut up!
Right. But I was wholly irritated and pissed off when he tried to use her crack against her.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've been laughing at this crack.
Yeah.
And we gonna keep laughing at this motherfucking crack.
Just like that.
Right. Alice style.
Yeah.
But, no.
Yeah.
But that was super foul of him when he was sitting in his funk and he knew he was guilty to be like, she was like, you're going to take me to this beautiful hotel and he with the jacuzzi. And he was like, yeah, I'm not excited. But you remember the last time what happened when we went to a hotel? I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Exactly.
Because you forgave her.
Yeah, you can't be reneging on your forgiveness.
No, that's fucked up, my nigga. That was fucked up. That was not right.
Either we go...
You said just set up here and
Exactly.
petition to Big Alice
Exactly.
for her to be able to come up in her house. But you just convinced Big Alice that she wasn't gonna steal her spoons,
Exactly.
and now you gonna turn around and use that shit because you know you guilty. Fucked up.
Yep. Beyonce told us if we gonna heal, let that shit be glorious.
That's
and
what
you're not
Nala
letting that
said.
shit be inglorious, my nigga.
You're not letting it be glorious.
So that's actually
You know what?
the
He's
end of
skinny
that.
fat bastard this
Yeah,
episode.
He is. But that's all that really happened to them.
Yeah, we'll see the fight next week. Let's do Marcelino and Barnes.
Injury attorneys 100 First of all, listeners, you all are some stalkers.
What happened?
Oh, because I have their address in my phone.
Whose address?
Marcelino and Barnes.
What?
Oh yeah, girl, check the email.
Black Twitter
Y'all are some.
is an entity. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna say your name, but you did that. Mm-hmm.
Black Twitter is an entity.
Hold on. I'll read the email.
Okay.
Marcelino and Barnes, just some information I would like to share. Hello, Jane and XD. First off, I just wanted congrats on your acquired success, and I hope you both continue to grow and be even more successful. I'm a longtime listener, and you both got me hooked on Love After Lockup since season 1. Our impact, our influence. That being said, I live in Las Vegas with Marcelino and Brittany, and I work in... I'm not going to tell you what that is. Mm-hmm. I remember early on you were trying to figure out what type of home they are living in, and I was able to pull up some information to share. It's all public access. Okay, so you're not doing anything illegal.
Nope.
Feel free to take a look. Hope to hear about it on the show. One thing I noticed is based off of, not going to say that, Brittany isn't listed on the property for the house. I could imagine so. I don't.
Makes sense.
I doubt that she had the credit for the loan or anything like that. So
She don't work.
yeah. Oh, this is their house. OMG.
Let me see.
First of all, guess. How much do you think they pay for their house?
I don't.
Just guess.
They fighting?
They beefing outside. I don't think they fighting. Okay. They're just being loud in Jamaica. Okay, so guess how much they spent on they
$110,000.
What's your final answer?
Yeah.
Higher.
Oh.
It was sold for $232,000.
What?
And it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
I feel this is really invasive of us, like, really
I know. I'm
it.
like, oh.
And I know this is public information, but like we have their address right here.
That's kind of wild. Well, we're not trifling.
I'm
so
not
we're
trifling,
giving
and
it
I'm
out.
not gonna like write them or Google them, but like I know what their bathroom looks like now. That's so interesting. It's a cute home. Now that I see it.
Well, does Giovanni have a yard?
He does. He does. Oh my goodness.
This is invasive.
It is.
Yeah.
Like that's their whole address right there.
That's their address.
Yeah.
That's a nice bathroom, though.
It is. The whole house is nice. Now think about it.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just the way production has it set up.
I'm not seeing that living room though.
Is there?
Oh, this is a nice little sink. Okay, come on, yard. Okay, that's a nice barbecue area. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I know it's their house based on when Brittany was walking outside when he made her go get the car because she was drunk. That's definitely
And
their
she
house.
was cooking the turkey bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Oh, that's where he hung up the Marcelino and Barnes Missy Elliott picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I feel like a whole creep.
Yep. Damn. Anyway, yikes. Where have we become? So, Marcelino and Barnes. It starts out with the conversation between Brittany and Marcelino about choosing the godparents. Mm-hmm. Brittany wants Bunky, a recently sentenced Sasha, with a minimum of 10 years. She wants her to be the godmother. Mm-hmm. And Marcelino was like, no. Like, no, that's not gonna work.
She knew, though, he was good because she gave him a disclaimer.
Right. And because she was like, this is really important to me. I've been really thinking about this a lot. And he shot it down. And his rationale was not what you thought it was. Because, everybody knows he has issues with her friends.
Yeah, but he actually didn't diss her. He said to her, what is going on tonight? Is it because the weather's nice?
Maybe.
He said, he was like, listen, he was like, I'm sure she has the capability of having a very redeeming story.
Yeah, everybody's worthy of a redemption story.
He was like, but she is in prison for a minute, and if something happens to us, mm-hmm. Who's gonna take care of Zoala?
Now, this made me think about, godparents in general, what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But in theory, I'm like, if something would have ever happened when I was younger, both my godparents are dead. But, if something ever happened to me, they weren't going to take care of it. My grandmother would. It goes to next of kin, not no godparents. What do you mean? But I guess, I understand what godparents are supposed to be. Mm-hmm. However, if something happens to my kid, I'm not going to give them to, you to take care of them. I'm going to give it to my mama. I mean, I plan on doing that anyway.
I probably would take care of your child because your mother has, other things going on.
My mother would fight you for my kid.
And that's fine.
Yeah. But my thing is this,
I'd win. No, I'm just kidding.
But in my head, I'm like, wouldn't I just give them to, I think of Bernie Mac. I got my sister's kids.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's a common black phrase.
Yeah, very much so.
I got my brother's kids. He on drugs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But valid like salad, what he said.
It was. And I couldn't be mad at it.
And then the next scene, our King Giovanni was at the park having a wang dang doodle.
And you could see how much he
celebrities,
loves his stepdaddy.
Yes, he loves Marcelino.
Very much so.
But I also don't feel like that child will ever have a hateful bone in his body. He's such a positive child.
He's like, come play with me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I will, after I get done talking to whatever he called his mother. And he was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, oh, my heart every time.
Yeah, he's such a good boy. Such a great kid. But Marcelino did talk to his mother. Mm-hmm. His mother was like, I love Brittany, but nah.
Right.
This ain't gonna work for me.
She did have a mother of color moment real quick because she was talking. She got real excited real quick. Mm-hmm. She was like, and she wants her to be the godmother?
Yeah.
I was like, did anybody else catch that?
Yeah, she did.
She lost it, then she cooled back down real quick, checked herself.
Yeah. She did.
I was dying.
Yeah, she did. And I was like, valid like salad, girl.
Yeah. I understood and this one, Brittany usually, and she still had a good argument.
She did, because it wasn't Amanda.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And in that moment, it sounded like Marcelino about to go for Amanda first.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have. I'm like, girl, no, you stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I understand it. I get it. I just nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
And Brittany was like, she's the only other family I have, and I'm like, girl, didn't your stepdaddy come through to the wedding?
Right.
What? You got sisters.
I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not equipped.
But okay. But a woman who is serving a minimum sentence of 10 years, 1,042 days.
That ain't it either.
Okay.
That ain't it either.
And I think godparents are something you both are supposed to agree upon.
Absolutely.
So, I'm not saying they're both right.
Yeah.
They're both right. Who am I leaning towards? I'm leaning towards Marcelino's side. And I hate that, but I am. Like, logically speaking, if you're going to use a traditional definition of what a godparent's duties are, I don't know. Who's to say Sasha might not be a fucked up person after she gets out of prison?
That's also very true. Like, you don't know how institutionalized she'll be. I understand the level of love you have. You just have to look out for the best interest. And I understand, like, you're in that, I'm in the same boat. But you're not in the same boat because
you are free.
You're free, and
you're on TV.
You don't have the risk of going back right now.
Right.
Whereas she had that looming over her head. And that, are you sure that's who you want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you?
You can't even go visit her to bring the child to see her.
And if we're gonna keep prison all the way out of it and keep it all the way funky, Sasha is 23 years old, 24 years old, something like that. Like, we have to think about these kind of things when you think about a godparent of a child. A 23-year-old's not getting ready to take the responsibility of your child if something happens to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not your average 23-year-old. Let me not say that it's never happened or it will never happen. But
no, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's valid. She's just really young and have a whole life ahead of her, and which makes me so sad that she's so young in this situation.
Very.
But yeah, I just...
That ain't it, Brittany.
That ain't it. Let's take a break, and we'll wrap up Life After Lockup.
Yes.
Okay? We'll be back after these messages.
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in. And deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
And we're back.
And this episode is brought to you by Grove. Those all-purpose cleaners your mom used to use are full of harmful chemicals that have been linked to everything from respiratory problems to cancer. You don't need toxins to have a clean home, not with the Grove Collaborative. Grove Collaborative is the online marketplace that delivers all-natural home, beauty, and personal care products directly to you. Grove takes the guesswork out of going green. Every Grove.co product is guaranteed to be good for you, your family, your home, and the planet, so you can save time reading confusing labels. So, Grove carries Method.
Yeah.
And, your girl loves using Method on her wood, on my coffee table.
Oh my gosh, I use the Method products
on
my wood too. It's so good.
On my TV stand, I use, because my dining room table is full wood and so are the chairs. So I use the Grove wood cleaner, and then I also use the all-purpose cleaner for the kitchen and all the glass clean. Like, it's absolutely amazing.
Cleaner. Ooh, that orange. And
it smells nice. And the wonderful thing about it is, I don't have to go out and buy it. It's delivered right to me. With Grove, you don't have to shop multiple stores or search endlessly online to get all the natural goods you need for you and your family. Join over 500,000 families like myself who trust Grove Collaborative to make their homes happier and healthier. Plus, shipping is fast and free on your first order. For a limited time, when our listeners go to grove.co/JXD and place an order of $20 or more, you will get free 5-piece cleaning set from Mrs. Meyer and Grove, a $30 value. Go to grove.co/JXD to get this exclusive offer. grove.co/JXD.
And this episode is sponsored by OpenFit. Looking for Fitspiration? Are you spending hours on the internet trying to find the best workout plans for you? Yeah, that's me. Summer is here, but there's still time to get yourself beach ready by letting the workouts come to you. Getting fit and staying healthy has never been easier than with OpenFit. It's affordable and accessible. Now, are you going on vacation soon and worried your hotel won't have a gym? View on your computer, web-enabled tablet, TV, tablet, smartphone, and even Roku. Some places only sell classes as a package, and often you can't make it to every class. OpenFit brings the class to you. Whew. So this really works out for me because, I travel, and so like being in the hotel room, if I want to get a quick workout in, those 600-second workout videos that they got, they're intense, but it's good. Like, there's no reason, like, you have 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Everybody has 10 minutes of free time in the day. There's no excuse. You can just go on anywhere you always have your phone on you, or you can just do it right there from your phone or your iPad or tablet or watch it on TV. Okay? You get what you put in, and you see results within the first 30 days. Do you just want to increase your energy, put a pep in your step, and overall feel better inside? Do you want to lose weight and keep it off? Lose up to 15 pounds in just the first 30 days the right way. Getting ready to hit the beach, but don't quite have the beach bod you desire? Tone up with Hunter McIntyre and his Tough Mudder workout. You'll be amazed how quickly the changes can happen. Your abs will get tight and toned, your tush will be more lifted, and your arms get more sculpted, darling, without adding more bulk, without the pain and strain of high-impact movements. What I do like about OpenFit is that they do have a lot of low-impact workouts, which is super helpful because I have that valve prolapse thing, and working out is very difficult. So anything that's low-impact is good, and I'm getting a good workout.
And I can do it from home, my schedule, like...
It's lit.
Oh, my God.
You don't have to end the low-impact stuff. You don't have to worry about your neighbors downstairs.
No.
Exactly.
I know, because I be yelling and no. I be like, girl, people live downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't have to yell it to myself.
Right. So OpenFit has changed the way I work out, and texting our code JADE, J-A-D-E, to 303030, you could join me on a fitness journey personalized just for you. Right now, during the OpenFit 30-Day Challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to OpenFit when you text JADE to 303030. You'll get full access to OpenFit, all the workouts and nutrition information, totally free. Again, just text JADE to 303030. Again, all the information you can find for our ads today and everything that we mentioned will be in the link in the description box wherever you're listening.
Yes, ma'am.
We're back talking about life after lockup. Where do you want to go to next? We've done Skinny Fat Bastard and Goddess, and we've done
You know I'm ready to go. Cash App Cunt.
Ooh, the Mulatto MoneyGram.
Venmo Vixen.
PayPal Pussy.
The Western Union.
So,
I can't wait.
Boy. So they get back from the beach.
Oh,
right. Forgot. So they're on the beach. Remember, we left them on the beach last week because they went on a date. And Scott decided to whip out a box and was like, I got this for you Valentine's Day, but I don't know. And Lizzie's like,
I got the roll up for this.
The fuck is this? Like, what do you mean?
She's like, oh, why can't you just be?
Right. Why can't we just chill? And all of a sudden. Which I understood. Right, which I totally got. Like, we just kicking it. Like, we getting to know each other better again.
All of a sudden, this is when I realized Scott was a Cancer.
And I was also reminded how white he is.
Yes, because apparently this nigga spent 4 G's on this ring. And so when old girl, and mind you, in all of the cruelty that we've seen in the past, she did not exhibit it in this scene.
No, she did not.
She said to him, the goal, Scott, is for us to get to know one another and continue to date.
Which is what we need to take our time. Do.
She's like, why are you in such a rush? And he took that automatically from 0 to 100, took it as rejection, decides to run down to the ocean and throw the 4 G's into the ocean.
In the Pacific motherfucking Ocean.
In which the Venmo Vixen jumped out. It was like, oh, we not about to throw money away.
Absolutely not.
She throws off her t-shirt, runs into the ocean, and clearly Scott has 0 arm power because it went nowhere.
Right. and they found it. And
Immediately.
They found it and they put it in his pocket.
Yes.
They were wrestling over it, but he put it in his pocket.
Wrestling.
Yeah. She clearly...
Pingy again.
Right. But I just, like, it's okay to date. Unless he's dying, then it's different. But, like, it's okay. We need to get to know each other better, nigga. Like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would make sense and I get where he's coming from. Why do we need to get to know each other better when, I'm not saying this, I agree with him or this is right, but in his head, I'm like, he's thinking, we're in love. I've given this lady
That's true.
a
Countless
fortune.
amounts of money.
I've spent hours on the phone with her.
Years.
So I'm like, and so why would we really need to get to know
Again,
each other?
we don't agree,
Right.
but we get it.
Right, we get it. I get it. And, you know, it's bad enough that Lizzie lied to Blackish about
It has not mentioned that one time.
at all.
It has not mentioned, like, oh my God, Jasmine.
Right, at all. And I figured, like, they would call each other, like, all the time, but no.
She hasn't. But all of this may have also just transpired over the course of a day. Actually, it is, because if you think about it, she came into town, popped up at his crib, and then said the next day she was going to take him on a date. So it's literally only been a day.
I can't imagine her being there long.
No,
She's
it just seems long.
She's on parole.
Yeah.
So anyway, they go back to the crib at Scott's house, and this is where it goes left.
They're in a good mood. When she kisses him, it doesn't look like she's acting. Like,
yeah, like
you
they've
know.
made up. They're just like, let's just start over. Let's just take this one day at a time. Just relax, Scott. And Scott's like, all right, you know, I'm winning.
They're holding hands. So they go in, and I don't know what they were about to do in the kitchen. I don't know if they was about to cook out, or like, I don't know if they was about to throw some burgers on the grill.
Right.
But for some reason, old girl goes into his drawer of utensils in his kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls out
a serving
spoon. And she goes, Scott, what's this? And he was like, a spoon. And she's like, I know what this is. This is a crack spoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, not motherfucking crack again! What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah. Mama, and then she chuckled to herself like, no, this is...
She's like, I know what this is. I used to cook crack. I was like, this is not... Yo, I have been a good girl for me to deserve this again.
Yes. Yes. Woo. I was like, ooh, Christmas in July.
Ooh, baby. I was not expecting that.
I was not either.
So then she proceeds to go on.
And looked at every one of his spoons.
Flipping, just throwing spoons out. And she continues to hold fast that is a crack spoon. And that nigga cooks dope in his kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I used to. And then they went to them cutaway scenes where she talks about where she used to shoot up and where she got tattooed over it.
Which I thought was very sweet. It's how she recovers. So, like, she put tattoos on where she used to shoot up. So it a biblical scriptures. So now every time she thinks about shooting up, she looks at where she would shoot up and be like, "Oh, there's Bible verse."
She used Blackish birthday as one of, so she used it and like picked a book in the Bible or whatever.
Deuteronomy.
But I was like, did she read the scripture first? What if it says something like fire and damned or something?
Yeah,
like
you're going to hell.
But this is her birthday, so I'm gonna put it on me. But she proceeds to throw all his spoons out that drawer, and holds fast that is a crack spoon. And then we find out, which is not surprising, that Scaunt had a drug problem back in the day.
That's no one's surprised. I'm surprised he doesn't have one now. Well, clearly he might have. We don't know.
Right.
So, he's like denying, like, I'm not on dope. And he's very sarcastic, just like she is.
He's like, you see what this is? It's a potato peeler.
And she's like, no, nigga, like, this is for real. This is serious.
Dead ass.
Like, there's one thing for you to, like accuse me of having other niggas or whatever, but, like, your drug use could affect my freedom.
But it just was so left.
Yeah. And so they're bickering, arguing over drugs. And so then, I don't know if it's the next episode or the preview that I saw, But she's like, we could take drug tests together. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Because Mama has been, she drinks her mocktails. You know what I'm saying? She's been a good girl.
She's on the straight
She's
and
like,
narrow.
the only chemicals I put in this spotty are Cheetos.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. She's been a good girl. So I was thoroughly entertained, but I don't know what's getting ready to come of this.
Yeah, me either.
It was very left.
Me either. And I do remember one of the scenes that they get their results, and I think, like, it becomes, like, a violent... Like, I've noticed that they're all, like, violent people. Like, they throw shit at each other. And,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what's happening or what the fuck is going on with the goings-on, but I don't think it goes well.
Well,
Right.
we'll see what happens.
Right. Black Woman Weave Lady
Yeah, I forgot about her.
and Baby Nut.
I totally forgot about them. Yeah.
Oh, I did not, because I had an
I
in-depth
remember now.
conversation about it. So, you know, there's all this talk about Baby Nut going to be off with his family, and, you know, and avoiding his family that he's married into. So, to make amends, Baby Nut's brother invited his sister-in-law and his brother over, you know, to come hang out with the family. So they go over to some nicer neighborhood.
Yeah.
And everybody in the crib chilling. They welcome her like, oh my God, hey Andrea, you know, hey sis, what's going on? It's a family affair. And
everybody got their own, it's BYOB, bring your own blunt.
Yeah. And everybody's doing it.
It looked like my kind of function.
Oh yeah, I was chilling. I'm like, well, I need to go find them when I go back to LA.
Right?
They just look like some good, decent black people. Now, you know, I don't necessarily need to be involved with the gang activity now, but you know, a little weed and a little, you know, little Hennessy never hurt nobody.
I was cracking up that the daddy had his blunt and the son had his.
Yeah.
She's like, this is your son?
All right. So, Andrea immediately flips out.
She goes, oh, hi. I can't breathe.
Right.
Well, you know I'm allergic to smoke.
Right.
And it's like, okay. And then it turns to, well, this is just stupid.
Right.
This is just stupid.
And then she begins to disrespect them by saying, this is stupid, and this is why I don't come over here.
And this is why I didn't want you over here. And see, I knew they was going to do stuff like this. I knew it.
In front of their face. And his
Like,
brother
bitch.
is like calling after her because she's leaving the house. And he's
being super
super
respectful and
he's
apologetic.
super apologetic. And he was like, you know, we can just come back or whatever. And then she goes into this tirade about how she is a youth minister and preaches to young girls about how they should avoid drugs and alcohol. And they're just looking at her like, okay.
I mean, a tangent.
And my thing is this, right? And then they eventually, you know, they get in the car and they go home because she's like, you can
She's
say...
like, he's like, we came together, we gonna leave together.
Right.
Shit.
Like, because he never gonna hear the end
But
of it.
he irritated, though. Visibly.
Right. So, like... I understood... Oh, going later on, they get home and then their driveway... And Andrea's like, you know, I feel so alone here. You have your family or whatever. But this is just not who I am. Like, you need to see who I really am.
You need to come to Utah.
And so they agree to go to Utah.
And
Now,
he already put 10 on 20 because he was like, I know she gonna try and keep me there. Right. And if she tried to keep me there, it's gonna be a problem.
Right. Now, I understood Andre. Normally, I'm on Lamar's side most of the time. But Lamar knows that his wife is not down with the get down like that. So to avoid all of that, why don't you have your family come over? You know what I mean? To avoid all of that. Or if you don't want them niggas in your house like that, go out.
Yes.
Let's go see the movies. Let's go to the movies together.
Let's go have a bite to eat.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas went out last time without her.
Right.
Why you gonna bring her into the weed den?
Right. Y'all could go to Fridays.
Or the
Y'all
weed
could go,
house, as she like to say.
Right. Y'all could go to Yard House and have a couple sliders and have a good time.
I died when she goes, well, they in there rolling marijuana leaves in tobacco, in tobacco leaves. And I was like... Same. Squad.
Yeah.
Banda.
And I was just like, normally she's ridiculous with her demands and everything, but
No, but the way she acted was dumb as hell.
It was.
But
dumb. She doesn't know how to
she ain't
react
got
to
no
those
social
type of
skills or something like that, bitch. I was like, bitch, just like shut the fuck up. There's a way to say it. Like, you had it right the first time. Don't say you allergic to smoke. Just be like, y'all know I don't smoke. And y'all know I don't like being around smoke. Like, you don't have to make it a whole to-do. Like, you can, there's ways to do it if you're uncomfortable with something. I had a nigga the other day who was like, you mind if I had my blunt. And he was like, you mind if I light a cigarette? And I said, well, I am so glad you asked because I do. I was like, if you don't mind going across the park and coming back when you're done, I don't have a problem with you coming back, but I just, I can't do cigarette smoke. Right. And he was like, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Like, it don't have to be all of that.
At all. But, next episode they're going to Utah.
Ooh, and it's going to be pie and gifts on the porch.
Christmas and
pie. She's so hyped.
So last but not least.
Ooh, baby. First of all, that Me by Megan shot, art director.
That when Mama got on screen in that lace kimono number, I literally ran around my apartment screaming. And had the introspective look up to the sky.
Girl thinks she is giving y'all fashions. She stays with a fresh set on the nails. Like,
Mama thought she was in a sickening Elysia Eileen Fisher number. Couture Spring Summer.
Okay, she was giving us Lifetime movie 98, 99 when they was real good.
Thought she was in Monique Lullier, like fashion.
Okay.
Dayon Van Furstenberg kimono. That's what she thought she was wearing.
Fashion and drama, baby.
Okay, so Sarah, pregnant Brooke Hogan, is on her way with Pink.
Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry, to get induced to go have her baby.
And Katy Perry's being very Katy Perry.
And she's just like, and pregnant Brooke Hogan is like, Michael wants me to FaceTime him during the during the delivery. And Katy Perry's like, no.
Which I get.
She wants to protect her friend from all the fuck shit. And I totally understand that. She's like, he's not anything like fuck him, but it's very difficult to do when you have two kids by the time you're actually married.
You go home at night. You go home at night.
Right. So I get it. But in the meantime,
we went in between time, child.
Michael decides to drive his ass over to his parole officer.
So that scene we saw last week where we thought he was leaving to go to New York, he wasn't. He actually was trying to go be legit. Now, whether or not he was supposed to be driving is still out for the jury.
Right.
But he drives to go see his PO, and then he is very agitated as he walks out of the establishment because he was told very firmly, no.
You can't even leave the state.
Like, bruh, you're not even supposed to leave your driveway. You're not even supposed to be here. So I suggest you take your ass back.
Right.
And he's mad.
Right.
And he Kanye's the cameraman.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm just trying to go see my daughter being born. Like, I don't understand. I'm like,
motherfucker.
What part don't you understand? You this is a part of the stipulations of the crime you committed.
Furthermore, aside from that, you waited until the day of to try to take care of all of this shit.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
You could have tried to do this shit ahead of time, and maybe it could have been a back and forth, and the answer might have still been no, but at least it was a sincere try.
Yeah, you would have gave it the good college try. But you didn't.
You didn't. And I believe what Kid Fury said last week, that you just try to act like, because you show it was posted up very comfortably while that girl was having a baby and sent you a screenshot and a FaceTime or whatever. What?
Do you know Day Day ain't really a lesbian?
I know, I said that.
She got a whole nigger.
I said she got a light-skinned boyfriend.
Where was I? Because I don't remember that. That's new information to me.
I said that.
Huh.
Maybe I said that to Dustin.
Gotta be Dustin, because I would have
made known. When I did my Instagram snooping one day, I seen the light-skinned boyfriend, and they like in love. And I was like, but I'm so confused.
Yeah. So anyway, fast forward, Sarah has her baby. She has a beautiful baby named Rain. Michael picked it. She calls Michael and says, congratulations, you have another baby. Mm-hmm. And he's like, she's so beautiful, yada, yada, yada. She's like, okay. Like, she's completely done and over it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I love you. She don't respond. She's like, yeah, okay, well, let me finish this up and I'll call you later. So this is where shit takes a weird turn. Mm-hmm. And when I was like, oh, Megan needs a mammy titty. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So Megan said one of the most poignant things that the crux of this show and why we all watch it. Mm-hmm. She said, my boyfriend just had another baby with his wife.
Let me tell you about the yell that I let out when she said that.
Again, ran around my room.
Bitch! I was like...
Ran around my room screaming. What do you mean your boyfriend had another baby with your wife and you sad about it? And then said, so what does mean? Like, you gonna try and fix your family or? Right. But before that nigga had the brazen audacity to send her after not speaking for a minute because he's pissed at her fooling around with his nigga, which I had to think. Remember how Michael and her met? She said his friend was like, was lonely. Yes. And I think you would be a good person to talk to for him. So I'm wondering if that's the same nigga. I wonder. And I wonder. Because they had to be in the same city. She don't know nobody in Flint. No, they are. They said that he lives in Dallas. Right, so I'm just saying, like, it had to be him. So they knew each other already. Which made me even... So... Michael sends Megan a picture of the baby. Yes. And tells her the name and asks her what you think. Well, they get on the phone and say, yeah, what you and she goes, well, what's her name? And he goes, her name Rain. That one word. Her name Rain. Her name Rain. And that's when she, she has her kimono on. Yeah. And she's on her deck looking out into the abyss. Pensively. Yeah. Wistfully even. Her longing to be with definitely a Celine Dion song playing in the background. Yeah, she desperately longs to be with her boyfriend who just had a baby with his wife. Yeah. Yeah. And she's the one sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Yep. Because her boyfriend had another baby with his wife. Had another baby with his wife. And I just really want to, like, when did you give up on you, beloved? Like, Like, someone needs to just sit and, like, rock her. You know what I mean?
I want to know how her mama watches this show. Because I know that lady said...
If she's around. We don't know that.
She has said my parents' house multiple times. That's the only reason I keep saying that.
Got it.
Because at first I was like, maybe she don't have no mother. No, she says my parents' house, and I think that black mother was like, you're not about to embarrass me on this TV. You can embarrass you. Because that's some shit my mother would say.
Wow. But
Woo!
Like, the level of, like...
Girl. I
like,
can tell you've been crying, then you need somebody to talk to.
Like, what's going on up here? Like, are you that, like...
Girl, your boyfriend had another baby with his wife, but he's saying that he loved you.
That's so sad. It sounds sadder in song. It's supposed to be even lighter, but no, it sounds even more depressing.
It's worse.
Like, I just want her to, like, girl, what?
Yo.
Man.
I just want you to find you again.
Yeah. Like, you know, go on a girls trip.
You know what I'm saying? On the shopping spree.
Yeah, like
on a purge.
Meet a nigga.
You know?
Go
on a hair journey.
Right, go on some journey, but leave that nigga alone.
Yeah, you got to, girl.
Throw that whole nigga away.
Because your friend with the pigtails told you this is a bad situation.
Yeah.
He told you with them pigtails. He looked you dead in your face and was like, girl, I can tell you've been crying and you need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, that nigga definitely had Afro puffs in his
Definitely had the same hairstyle as Noah.
Yeah. I was like, young man.
For sure.
I understand letting your hair breathe and rest, but sir, we're on television.
Pigtails.
Yeah, like, no, absolutely not. You're not going to rock rough and stuff with your Afro puffs on my TV. But yeah, that's what happened this week.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yikes.
I want to call this episode Crack Spoon.
We can't.
Oh, yeah, damn.
We can't. I was going to call it Bird to Bird because we called it Bird to Bird.
Okay.
Yeah, Bird to Bird. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you for listening. We'll have an actual full episode with a special guest next week.
Yep.
And
it's going to be entertaining because I already got a precursor.
Ooh. Oh, I'm anxious to hear this story.
It ties into Love After Lockup, but with a guest.
Yeah, and you all know
a real experience.
Yeah, and you all know and love the guest. And if you don't know, I'm sure many of you have listened to their show. So can't wait.
See you next week.
Bye.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.